Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe this. This is serious stuff going on in terms of Anthony Edwards. He has been cited for assault for allegedly hitting two women with a folding chair after the Timberwolves were eliminated up there in Denver. You know, this happened at Ball Arena. This is a very crazy situation that we're going to dive into. If you are interested in this story, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to Flight Sports for more news and updates involving this situation. Now let's get to business. Obviously, we know the Timberwolves were eliminated. And man, this news is horrifying. We got all access in the building. Dex, what's good? It's Flight Sports.
Yes, sir. Flight, shout out to you and everything that you got going on. Yeah, we have some disturbing news in the NBA. Our boy Anthony Edwards, who was the first pick in the 2020 draft, he was picked ahead of Wiseman and LaMelo Ball, and also Tyrese Halliburton. And this was an all-star year for the man. Nevertheless, this was a up and down season for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They just seem not to get out of their way. And this is another example of an astrological overreaching agenda from the Denver Police Department, as this posthumous tale of the end of the season for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's devastating that it happened in a silo in Denver, Colorado, where a lot of shaky things have been going on with them and the police department and young black males, especially athletes. We just got off the heels of a non-charge going towards John Morant in his episode up in Denver. And here we go with a mistake done by, albeit very immature, Anthony Edwards, as he glossed off the court and picked up a chair and basically recklessly swung it and hit a couple of people. Now, we know the quotidian world of the NBA in this grueling season sometimes can have an awful fate towards an individual or team. Um, the Rudy Gobert incident with slow mo with Anderson, it's just a whole lot of things that's been going wrong with the Minnesota Timberwolves. But their star, Anthony Edwards, a young man that's dealing with growing pains in the NBA, coming off an all star season, I believe the Minnesota Timberwolves have the attitude of and sanguine and very optimistic and hopeful that this episode will be erased and without any punitive disciplinary action towards their star, Anthony Edwards. Now, as we expostulate this situation and the intersection of young black men in the Denver Police Department, sometimes it can be a awful inhibitor going forward. And hopefully this is not the case with Anthony Edwards. I hope it doesn't put a smudge on his ability to be an NBA basketball player. I hope this is not a stricture towards Anthony Edwards moving forward as being one of the youthful faces of the NBA. And hopefully that the NBA pundits, crowd, and media don't sternly criticize Anthony Edwards in this situation based on the information that we have at hand. And sometimes it just seemed like an overarching agenda from other aspects of the community towards our community. And when I looked at the video, I seen what happened, and I don't feel there's warrant for a charge. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a criminal act. According to CBS, Minnesota Timberwolves guard Anthony Edwards has been cited for third-degree assault after swinging a folding chair on his way to the locker room following the team's season-ending loss at the Ball Arena against the Denver Nuggets on Tuesday. Denver police told Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. After missing that buzzer beater, I know Anthony Edwards was pissed because that was a shot either extend the game and possibly winning the game and extending the series. But unfortunately, he missed it and he was very distraught and upset. And in his immaturity, grabbed the chair, ran through the hallway, swung it loosely and recklessly, and unfortunately hit somebody. So the Denver Police Department, Jay Castillas, told Denver Sports that he injured two women working at Ball Arena, one of whom is a security guard. Police said via Denver Sport that the injuries were not serious, but employees reportedly filed charges. Wow, it's the Denver employees that filed charges. So, Flight, what I think the NBA, Adam Silver, going to step in because this is one of his young stars. Anthony Edwards has his attorney. They released a statement on the All Star guard on his behalf, explaining the situation that took place.
That's
And
right.
basically, with the game over, Anthony Edwards exit the court was partially obstructed by a chair, which he moved and sat down 3 steps later, as video of the incident confirms. Anthony did not swing the chair at anyone and, of course, did not intend to hurt anyone. Despite these innocent facts, the Denver police inexplicably chose to charge Anthony Edwards with 2 counts of misdemeanor assault. Anthony intends to vigorously defend himself against these baseless charges, per the attorney of Anthony Edwards. Now, Flight, we know Adam Silver is going to step into this. He's going to look at it. He's going to review the tapes, and then he's going to render a decision based, I think, based with the Players Association to see is this behavior warrant for suspension coming into next season. And also, I think that they will step in to mitigate any charges and harm that was done towards the victims by spreading out some NBA wealth and sprinkling it on these victims so they can withdraw their charges and let their young face of the NBA All Star move forward in pursuing his lucrative career.
Absolutely. Hopefully that we can do that. Anthony Edwards, the last time we seen him, despite the incident, he averaged 24 points. He shot 45% from the field, had 5 rebounds and also 4 assists. We all know the sky's the limit for him. Who knows if it's going to be in Minnesota? If they know it's good, they retool the situation around him. They finished with a record of 42-40, which landed them the 8th seed and sent them home early by the Denver Nuggets. Hopefully, this thing gets rectified. But until then, make sure you subscribe and you hit the like button for more news, updates, and more. Salute to everybody you already know.